Welcome to High School 101. We are going to talk about the most important high school issues here in Oklahoma City Public Schools so that you can be successful. First, we will talk about the school calendar. What is a school year? A school year consists of 2 semesters. The first semester normally starts around the second week of August and lasts until the third week of December. The second semester begins again the first week of January until the third week of May. It is very important if you are going on vacation that you do not miss school. Please check the school calendar to find out when the holidays begin and end. When you miss classes, you may lose credit or lower your grades. And when are the holidays? Apart from the 2 weeks during Christmas and New Year's, there is also a week in the third week of October, the last week of November, and the third week of March. Again, students should not be absent when there are classes. Now we are going to talk about the typical student schedule. School begins at 7:35 a.m. each morning and ends at 2:25 p.m. There are 7 classes every day, and they are the same classes. Each class lasts around 45 minutes, and you have 30 minutes for lunch. Remember, all students receive free breakfast and lunch in the cafeteria every day. There are 2 typical schedules for students who are learning English as a second language. If the student is in their first year of school in the United States, they will have 3 ELD classes to learn English. They would also have Algebra 1, Oklahoma History, and Civics, and 2 electives or fun classes. If the student is in their second year of school here in the United States, they will have 1 to 2 ELD classes to learn English. They will also have English 1 and 2, Biology, Geometry, United States History, and perhaps an elective hour or fun class. Now, what are the kinds of fun classes, you ask? First of all, you can be part of a sports team if you are interested. Normally, if you are on a sports team, you practice during the last hour of school, and practices can last later than 2:25 every day, so you would have to have transportation to go home. Here, as you can see, there are many types of sports, such as football, volleyball, and baseball. Some sports last half a year, and other sports last the entire school year. If you are interested in participating in a school sport, talk to your teacher or counselor so they can sign you up. Apart from sports, you can participate in elective classes such as art, dance, music, and much more. Grades. How is the grading system here? Grades are not the same in every country. Here, the student will receive a letter which represents a number or percentage. The best or highest grade you can receive is an A, which stands for excellent. And as you can see, it is worth 100 to 90%. So if you get a B, it means that you did very well, and it is worth 89 to 80%. If you receive a C, it means that you did okay, and you got between 79 to 70% in the class. A D means that you barely passed and only got 69 to 60%. And finally, if you receive an F, it means that you did very badly and you failed the class with 59% or less percentage points. What happens if I fail a class? In order to graduate from high school, a student must earn 23 credits or points. Each semester, you receive half a credit for each class. So, in a school year, your student should receive 7 credits in total. If you fail a class, you would have to make up the credit. Here are your options. You may repeat your classes the following year. You may go to summer school, you may stay in the afternoons for night school, or you may go to an alternative school if you fail a lot of credits. Most of your options for recovering credits are by computer, so it wouldn't be in a traditional classroom with a teacher. How much is each class worth? As I explained to you before, to graduate you have to earn 23 credits in total. Each year, a student must earn 7 credits. There are 2 types of classes: semester classes that last from August to December or January to May. And there are year-long classes that last from August to May. Half a credit, or 0.5, is earned for each semester for each class. And here are the requirements to graduate. Normally here in the United States, it is 4 years to complete high school. Students must take 4 years of regular English, 3 years of math, 4 years of history, including U.S. history and Oklahoma history, government and world history, 3 years of science, 1 year of art, 1 year of physical education, 1 year of technology, 2 years of language arts, and 5 electives, for a total of 23 credits. As you can see, there are different options that you can take for your classes, like art, physical education, and other classes. If your student is learning English as a second language, they will also have English as a second language classes that will take place of some of their electives. Why am I in 9th grade? Perhaps you have noticed that you're in 9th grade, but you think you should be in a higher grade. Well, it's because when a student starts school, they have to submit their transcripts from their previous school in order to evaluate them and add the credits they received in their country. We can accept the transcripts you have received since you were 14 years of age or older. As soon as we receive your grades, we can add them to advance your grade. It is very important to get a copy, even a photo of your transcripts, and turn them in as soon as possible, so that you are not repeating classes that you may have already completed in your country. If you have transcripts that you want us to evaluate, please send them to the email at newcomers@okcps.org, or you can turn them in to the front office at your school. Okay, now let's talk about attendance. It is very important that your parents or guardians of students realize that attendance is so important for graduation. You need to ensure that the school office has your correct contact information, such as phone numbers, because you must be able to receive electronic calls when your students are absent from school or when there are important announcements. The rules of attendance are as follows. If a student misses more than 10 days in a semester, they will lose credit for the semester. When you go to an appointment, medical, dental, or immigration, you need to turn in documentation at the office. When a student is absent for more than 5 days, parents can be reported to the police department and fined between $500 to $1,200, or they could be incarcerated on a child neglect charge for 30 to 60 days. Also, students between the age of 12 to 17 years old can be fined for absences. Driving privileges for students ages 14 to 17 could be suspended if they have 15 or more unexcused absences within a semester, and for the students who drop out of school or withdraw without verified enrollment at another school. As you can see, attendance is a serious matter. How can I check grades and attendance? As you have just seen, it's very important that students and parents are attentive to school attendance and grades because it can have very serious consequences. including affecting your immigration case if you have one. So if you want to check your students' grades and attendance, you can download an app on your phone from an Infinite Campus. Students can also download the app or view it on their computer to check for themselves. First, ask the school office for the activation code with your photo ID. School staff will verify your identity and provide you with an access code to the app. At each school, there are secretaries to help you with school affairs. Here are the numbers for each high school to help you. And finally, thank you for your attention. Hopefully you feel ready to navigate high school in Oklahoma City. If you have questions or need assistance with anything about enrollment or transportation, you can contact Language and Cultural Services at 405-587-0172. And if you have questions about graduation or want to submit your grades or transcripts from your country for credit here, you can submit them by email to newcomers@okcps.org. Again, thank you for your attention. Welcome to Oklahoma City Schools. I hope you have a wonderful and a successful school year. Next, you will fill out an electronic survey to notify us about your previous schooling in your country. Click on the link to the right to get started.